All right, check 1 2 1 2, baby. I want to thank everybody that supported the Punch Blank Network. And that's enough of that. Hey, man, welcome to the Point Blank Experience, baby. As you can see, the passcode to success is 247-365 on the entire Point Blank Network, meaning we stay grinding 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And today, I am blessed, my friends, my brothers, my sisters. I'm blessed to have a woman here today that I was introduced a while back, a long time ago, to these YouTube streets. And without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring me in here, and then we're going to get her up here, and we're going to get to these questions because I got these questions. You know what I do? What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Point Blank Experience. It's your host that sometimes does the most. It's your boy Rod, and on this channel, we have two simple concepts. It's real talk from a point blank perspective, and it's more than a YouTube channel. It is an experience, baby. And I can tell you tonight, I have a life coach, a wellness teacher, a spiritual teacher, a sister, a phenomenon in Miss Charlene Hill. She's going to be coming to the stage tonight. And man, I got some questions. And what I need y'all to do, if you have any questions, please put some type of emoji before it. Put something so you can just put a Q or something so I know it's a question. I've had live streams where the questions just blend in with the comments. If this is your first time here, I am broadcasting from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Arlington, Texas to be exact, home of the Dallas Cowboys, home of the Texas Rangers. And if this is your first time here, let me know where you're tuning in from. Midwest, South, Mexico, Guam, Puerto Rico, Australia. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And tonight, I can guarantee you, it's going to be not only a live stream, it's going to be a blessing to many, because the questions that I have, they're going to empower someone. They're going to empower people to start thinking differently, starting tonight, starting tomorrow, starting whatever you want to start. They're going to empower people to want to be better. And it's not Rod that's doing it. It's the questions that I have, but it's the guests that we have that's going to be bringing the answers. And God, I ask you to give me the strength tonight to please let me reach this woman. Let me touch this woman. Let me pull out the information that people need to hear. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. And with that being said, y'all, it's time to get into it. I got to make sure she's ready. I don't wait a long time before I bring guests up. I like to bring them up quickly, and I got to make sure she's okay. And y'all, I don't know if she's praying or smiling. I don't know which one she's doing. But I got to make sure she's ready. Are you ready? All right. She's giving me the thumbs up. She's ready. What is going on, Charlene?
Hello, my brother. Wonderful blessings to you. Blessings to everyone hearing our voice right now. That was a beautiful introduction. That's why I was doing this. I'm like, honor, respect, my brother. Much love for that. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, I owe you the honor and the respect because I met you a long time ago. But y'all, it wasn't no 40 years ago now. It's like 3 or 4 years
We're
ago.
spring chickens.
But I met her via Elevate with Vern, and I was captivated by this woman. And I can't believe it's taken me this long to get her on the channel. I really can't. Because I should have reached out to her a long time ago. I'm gonna pull up my comments, and I can tell you right now, it is an honor to have you here, Charlene. Now, what I want to do, the way I usually start my interviews off is, I want you to tell the people a little bit, not a lot, a little bit about Charlene Hill. Not too much, because I got some questions, and I'm gonna give you the stage. I'm gonna be right here. I'm not moving. I'm gonna give you the stage, center stage, but just tell everybody, who is Charlene Hill?
All right. So, in a sweet, small, pea-sized nutshell, I am Charlene Hill, known out here as Charlene Hill, but you can just say Charlene. The heal is because it just feels like my natural calling to bring healing, not just in a physical way, but in a spiritual way. My purpose, my desire, my drive is to bring content that really will uplift people, encourage them, give them tips and information that will help them to live better in the physical, mental, and spiritual space. So I focus a lot on meditation, healing, frequencies and vibrations, foods that we can eat, just basically how to stay balanced, how to stay well. Not saying we shouldn't have some fun and have a beer or a glass of wine or something, because being spiritual doesn't mean you can't have a glass of wine. I used to think that way. So, as I'm learning and growing, I share with my community. So that's Charlene Hill in a nutshell.
Wow, y'all heard it. Y'all, and we're gonna get in these questions. We're gonna talk about some spiritual healing. We're gonna talk about some natural eating. We're gonna talk about some wellness. We're gonna talk about all that. Because I like to do my homework, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what? Charlene has a vast variety of content. I was like, yo, man. And then as I look through my questions, it feel like I didn't have enough. And I'm like, I know I have
Man, how
enough.
many questions you working with there?
About 78. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't have that many.
Oh,
I don't
goodness.
have that many. I don't have that many. And I see, let me just shout out some of the people. We got Event Yours in the crib. We got MC Conley in the crib. We got Joshua Graham in the crib. We got K Plus Gaming in the crib. And I think that may be part of Charlene. And we got Elevate with Vern in the crib. Elevate with Vern, the first woman that ever interviewed me. And the reason that I do these interviews, and y'all, we got a surprise coming up for y'all later. And it ain't gonna be that much later. It's gonna be pretty sooner than quickly later. It's gonna be sooner than later. But Charlene, I have a question for you. Where are you originally from?
Oh, my home country is Guyana. That's in South America, not Ghana, because a lot of people think Ghana, which is on the motherland Africa, but I'm from South America. That's Guyana. I have a Caribbean culture. And that's where
See,
I learned a lot of my natural healing stuff.
Yo, these ain't scripted. These ain't scripted. I never knew that because I thought she was from, I said either the Caribbean or Africa. I never knew, but I never wanted to ask. But if I'm doing an interview, I can ask now. I can ask freely. You know? Wow. So, South America?
Yep, South America, baby. But my culture is more of a Caribbean culture because we're the only country that speak English on that continent.
And where do and you don't have to say the city or the state, but where do you live now? East Coast, West Coast?
I live in New York.
New York. Okay, New York, New York. Why, man? Well, man, I was just on Vern's Live today, and everybody had the New York accent. I felt left out, you know. Now you
Truth
got
be told, I don't even know the difference with the New York accent or New Jersey. It all sounds the same to me. But down south, I could kind of tell the difference. But New York,
Now I have to ask you a question. Growing up, What was it like for Charlene growing up?
Okay, growing up. Okay, are we talking like way, 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 like
We're talking
five,
about
4?
whenever you want to talk about. We're talking about
Okay.
yesterday, last week, 17,000 years ago, whatever you want to talk about.
Growing up for me, I would say it was like a happy time, happy space. I had a wonderful childhood because I'm blessed to have lots of siblings. Mommy and daddy made 8 babies. Okay, daddy made maybe 9 or 10, but mama, the ones I'm sure about, she made 8 babies. And I cannot imagine life without all of my siblings because, they're all so beautiful and wonderful. I'm grateful. I always had someone to play with, even though I was like the middle child and kind of like a loner sometimes, because I would always be in my own mind space, always thinking about stuff and how the world was created and all that stuff. But I love the fact that I had siblings to play with and, kind of. So it was a good upbringing. And I had hundreds of cousins. So big, beautiful family.
So now this wasn't a question that's on my agenda here, y'all. When y'all see me look down, I'm on my iPad. I'm not over here texting or anything. So this wasn't a question, but you always had siblings to play with, and I've never thought of that. Like I grew up with one brother,
Oh,
and
wow.
I always had someone to play with too. It was that one little brother, and if he didn't want to play, I was gonna make him play because I was the big brother.
You were a bully, huh?
Yeah, sort of. So growing up and having all these siblings to play with, whether was it? I mean, I know it was animosity at times,
Of
but
course. Yeah. Of
did growing up with all these siblings make Charlene Hill who she is today?
Well, I would say that because growing up with so many people, it kind of naturally make you want to like share. Even if you don't want to share, you naturally become like a generous person. Like if you get like maybe a piece of chocolate or something or a candy bar, you naturally want to share it with your siblings because it just felt like the beautiful thing to do. I grew up like climbing trees, being able to pick my own fruits, take herbs from the yard, put it in the pot, just fresh, clean living.
So you growing up, you were able to take your own fresh fruit. Did you grow up in South America or
Yeah, I
what?
grew up in South America. When I came here, I already finished high school. It was just time for college.
Wow.
Yeah.
So so hell, I guess wouldn't be mind sharing either. We out there planting it ourselves. But so when you came to America, y'all, this is not scripted. These are all a lot of this stuff I don't know. I haven't. Charlene don't know the questions. I don't know the answers. So when you came to America, what was it like when you first hit America? What was it like?
The first thing that I really remember that really stood out to me was the fact, because I came summertime, was the fact that it was like 8 p.m., 9 p.m., and it was still bright. That was something that I've never seen, never experienced, because in South America, the sun is not up for that long. Around 6 p.m. or so, it starts to get dark. So I was just like really amused by that. And all the streets, everything looked the same to me. Like I couldn't tell the difference between streets and blocks, and it just looked the same.
Wow, it looks safe. So is this? I guess it's safe to say, no pun intended. It's safe to say that it wasn't as safe when the street lights went out, or when it got dark where you were from.
No, because I grew up there, so I was familiar with stuff. So everything was different. I knew where stuff was and all that. And it's a much smaller country. Like the size of my country can fit inside of Brooklyn, which is just a small part of New York.
You serious?
I am serious.
So I knew it, and you know what? I'll be honest with you, and I'm texting my special guest right now. Uh, I knew you were for somewhere outside of the U.S., but I didn't know where. And your whole country could fit inside of Brooklyn.
Hmm.
Wow.
Don't quote me on that, but that's based on years ago.
Yeah, I mean,
I could be wrong.
so my next question is, you've accomplished a lot, a lot. You have 4 YouTube channels. I did not know that you have 4 YouTube channels. 2 are monetized.
Yep.
If you could do one thing over again, what would it be?
As far as YouTube,
As far
or
as life, just life in general.
I would start investing at an earlier age. I just started investing in 2020. I would start investing from the time I'm a teen or even before first pocket change. That's why I'm trying to get my children to start investing now, teaching them that lesson now.
Now you say children. How many children, if you don't mind me asking, how many
Of
children do you have?
course. I always talk about it. I have 3 boys.
3 boys, no girls.
No girls.
See, I was raised with no sisters, and I was mad. I was mad. I was like, I need somebody to pick on other than this little dude I got here. So 3 boys,
3 boys.
and you teach them about investing. Now, being a mom of 3 boys, is it tough? Is it tough as a mother to throw down that hammer, that discipline, and drop that hammer on them?
Well, I'm not that throw on the hammer type of mama. But
I wish you was my mama then.
my mom liked to tell me, "Oh, you're too soft" and whatever. But I'm just not that type of parent to throw it on the hammer. I feel like, these children are people. They are ancient beings or ancient spirits in these young bodies. So I must honor and respect who they are and find a way to communicate with them without making me feel like I'm dictating their life and telling them you have to do it this way. So I learn how to course correct them without throwing down the hammer per se. But yes, sometimes it could be a challenge because boys, they want to test your gangster. Let's be real. And sometimes you have to say, like, listen, but I don't want to get to that point where like I'm screaming and out of control. And I've been there. But as I go,
gangster.
Yeah, I got that from my little brother. Shout out to you, Sammy. He's like, yo, there's always that kid that would try to test your gangster. I was like, I know.
So how old is your oldest, if you don't mind me asking?
He's 13.
And how old is your youngest?
5.
That little one is probably the roughest one, or the one in the middle.
Oh, he's tough. Oh, the one in the middle, he is so, I don't want to say gentle because he does have that side that come up sometimes that's like, but he's the one that is easiest to speak to, like the best listener. Like I don't have to tell him something 5 times for him to get it. Like, hey, don't do that. It's like speaking to an adult, and I love that. My first one, I got to tell him the same thing maybe 10 times before he gets it. So I learned like, okay, that's just how his brain operates. I got to be patient with this one.
That was right.
He just one of those people you got to keep repeating for him to get it.
So, man, that's a beautiful story. And when I do these interviews, I never know what I'm going to get. And like I said, I don't script them. I don't send the questions out to the guests. Now, would you say, and I have my opinion, but would you say you're an introvert or an extrovert?
I'm both. And I know that sounds weird, but I'm both. Like
Come
growing
on,
up,
you gonna be both.
I am both. Because sometimes I'm that way and sometimes I'm this way. And I'm just being honest. Like growing up, I was like really, really shy. And even sometimes now I get shy. And sometimes I just want to be in my own space. Just don't bother me. Don't tell me nothing. I just want to be in my vibration. I don't want to socialize or anything. And sometimes I'm like, oh, hey, what's happening? Life of the party kind of attitude. So I'm both, if that makes sense.
I hear you use this word vibration a lot. Can you tell a brother, because I don't know. I'm being real with y'all. I don't know. What is this vibration thing? Like, if I go to the club and I say, hey, I'm in my vibration right now, I want to know what I'm talking about. Well, what is this vibration thing?
Okay. So your vibration is really your frequency, your feelings, your vibe, the way you're feeling right now. Like right now, my vibe is like, I feel good, I feel great, I feel amazing, I feel, I feel like interacting and sharing. And on a subconscious level, it's more about, okay, what are the things you're telling yourself, your story, your thoughts, your continuous thought patterns and stuff like that. Because you see, your vibe attracts your tribe, your vibe attracts those things that you bring into your life. And I spoke about this on my other channel, Conscious Business Service, where I talk about the law of vibration and why that is a foundational law, a primary law. It's one of the universal laws. And it comes before the law of attraction because people focus on, oh, how can I use the law of attraction and all that without realizing that your vibration really is what is the foundational law that attracts things to you. You don't attract what you want, but you attract what you are, which is what you're vibrating or feeling or thinking, if that makes sense to you.
It makes total sense, and I like that. Now I understand. So vibration is what you're attracting. Wow.
It's your vibe, it's what you're feeling. Because if you think I'm a loser, you might just attract loser type of events in your life. If you feel like, shoot, I attract wonderful things, money, whatever, good relationships, happy moments, that's what's going to come into your life. Your feelings, your thoughts, those bring those things to you.
Now I have a question that's not on my panel of questions here.
Mm-hmm.
I had the opportunity not long ago to see you without your head scarf or head thing on.
Okay.
I thought it was so beautiful.
Oh,
What
thank you for that.
what what is behind the headscarf? I mean, is there a meaning behind it? Is there
Yeah, for me, I love to synchronize with my Afro vibration, my African heritage. Not only because a lot of us brown skinned people, we've forgotten our roots. A lot of us disassociate ourselves from the motherland, from Africa. And I feel like we all came from that source. Even people that are not brown skinned, that's the source land, according to history. I'm always open that information may change based on what is found. But as far as I know and understand, that's the beginning of life from Africa. So I use these headbands to kind of represent my Afrocentricness. It kind of vibes with my spiritual vibration too. It's like an expression of my internal being.
so being kind of in the Caribbean, growing up in the Caribbean area? How did you connect with your Afro citrism or whatever you just said? how did you how did you connect with that? Because I'm putting all this together, y'all. These are questions that I've been wanting to ask Charlene for the longest. I just had opportunity.
Oh my God.
You don't just roll up on nobody. Hey, why you wearing a headband? Why you doing this? Why you do it? But now that I got over the interview, I can ask whatever I want to ask.
You're funny.
Because
Okay.
it's lovely, but before you answer that question, your natural hair was so beautiful, and it was natural. It didn't have product in it. And even if it did, it didn't look like it. It didn't have a perm. It was just beautiful. Do you ever find a time where you battle and say, I just want to let my natural hair glow and not wear the headband?
Not really, because the headband is not really a blockage for me. But there was a point in my life where I was battling between coming into my natural essence and really appreciating and loving all of me the natural way versus wearing a weave or a wig or perming my hair or doing any, extensions or whatever. So that was a battle for me. That was all a part of me coming to understand me, accept me, appreciate me just as I am. That was a process because before, like even one of my brothers, he didn't like to see like your natural kinky hair. Like that was a thing. Like, oh no, your hair needs to lay down flat when you put your hair in a ponytail and all that. So self-love and self-appreciation for me as a Afrocentric person or Afro-American, whatever you want to call it, I had to learn how to be able to say, Charlene, I want to look at you in the mirror and love you and appreciate you and see you as beautiful with a weave, without a weave, without extensions, braids, perms, and all that stuff. So it was like a journey for me of self acceptance.
You've worn a weave before?
Yeah, I used to rock weaves. I mean,
I
ain't nothing wrong
did
with it.
not see that.
Oh, I don't think I ever had a weave like since I started this whole journey. Like I just can't. It's so itchy. I can't do it. I would rock a wig though. Hey, why not? It's easy.
Well, you know what, Charlene? I'm gonna do something that I've never done on an interview before. You have inspired me. You motivate me all the time.
Really? How
Yeah,
so? I didn't know that. I
yeah.
wanted to
Just
hear that.
your in researching for this interview, I went back and I looked at some videos that you had done that I had never even seen.
Lord.
You're one thing I could say about you. Now I don't know how you are off camera, but on camera, you're the same person every single day. You bring positive energy. And I met you. Don't start crying. You gotta get some tissue.
Listen, that's for Burns. Burns is the crybaby.
Oh well, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? We gonna bring the cry baby up here.
Really, Chloe?
We got the cry baby here.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
that was perfect. Yo, I could have scripted that. That was perfect.
Listen,
I heard you, girl. I heard you, sis.
you couldn't make that happen more perfect.
No, I didn't make it happen. You made it happen. You said Bird the cry baby. I'm like, okay, perfect.
You know I love you.
I've never done this on a live stream interview. I've never brought up, and I've had people, not person, but people say, "Right, Vern need to be your co-host." I said, "Man, Vern busy. Vern can't be my co-host. She too busy. She too busy. She booked, busy, and blessed." But I asked her today. I went on her live today, and I didn't go in there to ask her about coming up tonight. I went on there I just saw her live, and I got a lot of spiritual motivation today. A lot
Ooh.
that has carried me through the day. It allowed me to rest today. It allowed me to be myself today. And I said, Vern, I need a favor, girl. I need a favor, cuz I need one more favor. Like favor number 25. I need a favor. Can you come up tonight and surprise Charlene? So
Surprise! Crybaby's here.
Girl, I love you too. Let me say, I just gotta say this about Burns, y'all. Burns might be book busy, super blessed and all that, but she makes time for people, and it tells me that she truly cares. I love that about her.
Mhm.
I see you as a humanitarian, sis. Like you're always out
Oh,
there,
thank you.
motivation, inspiring. Like you know, when people are in the same frequencies, we may not be similar in every single way, but those things about you, they speak to my soul, and I love that about you. That's why I always send you love and blessings, even if I can't make your lights and stuff. I'm like, hey, man, blessings. Do your thing, do it big, get up there, get all the coins you need, because I know that you're
Right.
going to use it well and do what you need to do to just make this world a better space. That's why you're here. You showed up for this.
Oh yeah. I
You
want
showed up.
everybody to win and everybody to be successful, whatever success looks like to
Mhm.
them, because success is different for everyone.
True
You
that.
know, and I get that. And whatever that is, because some people just want peace, like
Mhm.
literally peace. There are some people that just want to have peace. Some people want to be wealthy. Some people want to have knowledge, right? Some people want to be well known or whatever the case is. And if I could help them in any way, even with the YouTube, going on the cruises with me and I and helping them out and, whatever it is, that if as long as I'm doing that and I know someone else is getting something out of it, I'm happy with that.
this made my day, and I got my favorite couple said, "Hey there," and I gotta go for hey there, Charlotte Hill at Point Blank Spirit. Everyone in the chat listening, and they came in before Vern came up here, so I'm sure they'll show love to Vern. But Vern, if you have some questions, please ask. Charlene, you in a hot seat now, girl. Your seat just went to 450 degrees. I'm telling you, you're in a hot
But
seat.
she know I ain't lying. She is a crybaby. She knows it.
Look, I ain't crying. Ain't nobody crying.
So both y'all from New York. I gotta get that New York accent. I gotta work on that New York.
Yeah,
New
I
York.
don't think Burns is far from me. She might be 3 hours or something. I don't know.
Yeah, now we might be closer, but I'm originally from downstate. I'm originally from Queens. You'll hear it. Queens, New York, but now I live upstate. I live near Canada now, honey. I'm like literally hop, jumping, and skip. Wow. That's why I went to see Tuber Chat.
Tuber man.
Yeah, love him. They are even better in person. They are so humble. They are so, I don't know, it's just something about them. Their spirits are awesome. But the question that I have for Charlene is, and I don't know if Rod had asked you because I was in and out, but what made you start a channel or come on social media? Because I know for me, coming on social media and starting a channel was two different things. So
okay, I started Charlene Hill.
I gotta save the good questions for you, Vern. I ain't gonna lie. I was ad-libbing. So yes, Charlene, you got about 4 or 5 channels, 4 channels. But what made you start?
Well, I started this one, Charlene Hill. First off, I didn't even know what I was doing as far as because I thought I started it on another channel. Then I realized, my first video that I actually made is on another channel because I thought it was on this one. I was a little confused. But either way, I started this because I have a lot of knowledge on natural wellness and mindset and things that I know can help people improve their life. And, I'm just like this little butterfly of energy and life and love and just sunshine. That's my vibe. And I felt like the world needs this type of energy because there was so much stuff happening. Like I look around, there were people depressed, people outside of their mind, and things just didn't look right. And I just felt like we need a healing space. I know there's healing space out there, but I felt like it was my job to give what I'm here to give. So I started a platform to really just share information on wellness and how to heal. And I love business. So I wanted to share on that too. But I realized the healing space is so vast in itself that I needed to create another channel just to focus on like the business side of things. And even then it's like, oh my God, there's so much within that.
So you have 4 channels?
Well, more than 4, but really 2 that I focus on, and then 2 small ones. One for the staffing company, and the other one was for my wellness company. But I really don't put like content on there like that. Shorts here and there, but that's about it.
Okay. One thing I noticed, Vern. One thing I noticed, and can I admit something to everybody in the live tonight? I thought Hill was her last name, y'all. To realize that Hill, she was talking about healing people.
Healing
people. I was like, okay, don't ever tell nobody that. But I'm putting it out there tonight. I was like, don't ever tell nobody that, dude.
Hey,
never tell nobody that. But to be up here with 2 successful Black women is an honor for me. Let me say that. It's an honor for me to be up here with 2 successful Black women, 2 business women. And Charlene, I know this is your interview, but I asked Vern to come up here because I know Vern has known you a lot longer than I have. And Vern just asked a question. So you started these 4 channels. You have 4 channels, and your YouTube journey was it tough? Well, this second channel you got monetized. You did like 30 or 40 days of nonstop live streams. Am I correct?
No, that was Slasher Chick and Coach Cherry. They did like a 90 days live straight. Man, listen, hats off to them. I ain't never doing that.
Yeah.
I ain't never doing that. I did like 30 days live and stuff straight, or 7 days, but 90 days, honey.
Yeah.
My children need my time and my energy. I just, it's too much for me. Admirable, but I just I would do like maybe everyday sharing content in the form of shorts and different things, like a combination. But going live every day for 30 minutes at least, no. Don't sign Charlene up. Mm-mm.
I looked at your, and Charlene and I are going to be doing a analytics course tomorrow night. We'll talk about that later. But I looked at your videos today and yesterday and the day before, and I was like, it's amazing how you only had 1 and 2 minute videos, but you believed in yourself enough where you would do a 2 or 3 minute video and knew you would get fully monetized. Now, Vern, y'all, everybody up here has multiple channels. Between us right now, we're going to say 10 channels. This is 10 channels between us 3 people. Vern
on
has,
YouTube.
That's on YouTube, y'all. I ain't doing all that IG stuff. I barely figure out how to get on IG with Vern today. I barely could figure that out. I couldn't figure out how to get out. So what made you just say I have Charlene Hill, then I'm gonna do Conscious Business Services, then I'm gonna do K Plus Staffing. I mean, was it hard navigating all these different channels?
No and yes. No, because I know that I didn't want to like bring all of those same type of content to one channel because Charlene Hill, and actually I started out as just Charlene, thinking I could be like, well, I don't want to say like Oprah, but just like that one name, like Beyonce, just one name and everybody knows you. Then I realized, okay, this ain't working. And I was like, okay, what do I do really on this channel? Let's focus on healing. So let me just put the heal. And I kid you not, it was like confirmation after I put heal, because this was before I got to 100 subscribers, just started coming in more. I'm like, oh, thank you, universe. So heal is the name. So I stuck with that. So anyway, I just wanted to make sure that each channel had its own type of energy. So the K Plus, I did that because, okay, my husband and I, we had a staffing company and I wanted to kind of like bring content that will allow us to bring in business through that channel. But we don't have that company anymore. I don't know if we're going to reopen it or not, but it's still there. You never know. The information there may help someone. I wasn't too intimidated because he also helped me on that channel. That was like a partnership channel. And then the other one is just about my wellness business, kind of like to get the name out there. I figured I'll just do some shorts and stuff. And I'm in the process of changing that company name too. So those are kind of like on hold right now.
And I want Vern to ask her questions. I have one more question. And I want Vern to ask her question because Vern, y'all on that East Coast time zone. So have you ever met anyone from YouTube in person? Charlene?
Me? Oh, no.
No?
I was supposed to meet Joy from Be the Difference, but because she lived where I lived before, but we weren't able to get it done. No, I don't think so. It's funny though. I never thought of it like that because I feel like I don't know. I just feel like I know you guys. It's weird. I don't know how to explain that.
I will tell you this. I will tell you, and the reason I asked it, I was going to ask that question even if Vern wasn't going to be here. To see people on camera and to meet them in person, especially when they're the same person or better, is phenomenal. Like when I met Vern, the only thing I can say about Vern is on 10, but she on 10 on her channel all the time. She on 12 in real life. And it was so amazing. And we established a relationship, her and involving with Etta. So I was wondering, had you met anyone? But right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow Vern to ask some of her questions because I know Vern is not going to be up here. And real quick, welcome in. We got Wally Hustle in the house. Wally Hustle in the house. Thank you for being here, man. It is, man, y'all don't know how blessed I am. I'm up here with 2 beautiful Black women. Woo! 2 beautiful.
Well, thank you.
I'm just up here with 2 beautiful New Yorkers. I'm getting more work on New York.
New York is in the house.
New Yorkers. I'm gonna work on my accent. So when I come back to 35th and wherever I be staying, I ain't gonna put the other street on there. Yeah. I'm gonna be in the house. I was supposed to be there at the end of August, but it's not gonna happen. So Vern, you have a question?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Right. So before I ask the question, are you in Yonkers, Charlene?
No, I'm in Chester.
I'm gonna do this real quick, Vern.
Chester. Okay. Because I'm coming down at the end of the month. I'll be in Manhattan. So, have you had any negative comments or negative energy or anything from trolls?
Well,
and if so, how did you do it? How did you handle it?
I've had maybe 2 to 3 negative comments, if so much. I don't know, but I've seen comments before that are not like, okay, what is that? But I don't let it get to me. For one, on the business side of things, I'm like, that's engagement. Great. Thank you for your comment. But I just brush it off, let it go. Because I'm like, everyone is entitled to their own perspective. I don't expect everyone is going to love or appreciate the content that I bring. So I already have that expectation. So when I see those kind of things, I'm like, okay, one, on the business side, I appreciate the comment because it's engagement. And 2, thank you for sharing your perspective. I would literally say that. And then say love and blessings to you, because I understand everyone is on their journey. And not because you say something that doesn't vibe with me, I'm going to wish the worst for you. Take care, abundant blessings, and I go. I remember one person, they said, oh, they just wasted 15 seconds of my time. I'm like, oh, okay, but you're taking more time out of your schedule to comment. But okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm. I had a comment like that. Was a lady too, and I was really, really shocked because she was one of us. And I think I did a 15-minute video. You didn't have to take that long to say that. You could have said that in 5 minutes. She literally wrote this out. So I said, you know what? Thank you. I understand your point of view, but for some viewers, they wanted me to stretch it out so they could understand. I broke it down, but like you, I said thank you for your engagement. Please come back again. I didn't delete it or anything because I wanted her to see, even though you said that, I'm not going to get upset and yell, because I'm a big person on people are watching. We're on the World Wide Web. It doesn't matter. People are watching. Just like when I was on a cruise and I lost my luggage, I could have acted a plumb fool. But Rod, to tell you, baby, I was happy. Okay, I was with my cousin. We were in the Bahamas. We had all these content creators. We were in Miami. Why would I be mad?
Exactly.
So and people see that, and I had people, and I think it was YFC in them, and they was like, "Yes, Vern, you really are like that. We saw it. It's not just you talking it; you're living it."
Exactly.
Was I upset? Of course. But was I going to get mad and angry and yell at everybody? No, I wasn't doing it. Yeah, I had food in my belly. Okay. I was good. They took care of me. When I tell you Carnival took care of me, I didn't have to worry about nothing. They gave me credits. I think when I left, I only owed them $5.
Oh, wow.
I wish I was
incredible.
Yeah. So, you have to do it. My other question is, for your kids, are they interested in starting a channel, or do they have a channel? Because I know I've seen them on with you once or twice.
Yeah, they're always coming on and stuff. They're in quite a few of my lives, especially the little one. He does like the gardening with me. The little ones, I'm not sure if they actually want to start a channel, but they always feel like they have a message to share. So that's something like I thought about for them, to like maybe start something for them, but when they're ready. And my oldest, he started a few channels, but I think he's more of a TikTok person. He had a couple of thousand followers on TikTok, and I did something and messed up his account, and he lost all his followers. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing, and I messed with his account, and yeah. But yeah, he definitely may consider YouTube, but I think he's more of a TikTok. I think it's a young people type of mentality.
Well, Charlene, I have a question. Well, I have 2 questions, but one of them I don't think I can ask as a gentleman. But the first one I'm asked, how tall are you?
That's not allowed.
She must be a shorty. She's a short.
How tall are you?
Listen, I used to be very, and this is real, I used to be very defensive with my height because I had this thing like a short man's complex, as they would say. Like, because I always felt like I want to be tall and stuff because I wanted to be a model and all
I
these
must say
kinds of things.
5'1".
Listen, I'm 4'11". Yes.
Ah! You're even shorter than what I'm trying to give you a little height.
You 4'11".
But I
She's a
tell people,
short.
I used to be like, I'm 5.
She's a short.
Bird, you're about 5'7".
Yep, I'm 5'7". Yep.
My mom was 5'9". My mom was tall.
Okay.
And I don't know what happened to me, but okay, so you're 4'11". I won't ask you how much you weigh, and that was my second question, but I want to ask that because you almost
Oh, no,
killed
I
me.
got no problem sharing that kind of stuff. I used to be, listen, I'm so proud right now of my weight. I used to be like around 90, 92. Like that was like my thing around there. And when I got pregnant, I went up to like about 140. I was so happy I was thick, but all that weight went away after I had the babies. And recently, when I weighed, hello, I'm like 104 because I've been trying to put so much to 100. I'm like,
Bird,
he's like,
happy about 104, 104. Hey.
I know, right? Listen, the man that weighed me, he's like, I've never seen a woman so happy about gaining weight. I was like really happy. I'm like, oh my God, because I finally got to over 100. I was grateful for that. So I'm
And
like,
that's one thing I won't ask a woman. You volunteered that part. I'll ask you how tall you are, how much you weigh. But I've always wondered because you look, just looking in your videos, you look like you have a small frame. And I knew Vern was tall because they got this running joke that I'm 5'5". And when I stood next to Vern and took a picture at the Midnight Cruise meetup, I had to get on my tippy toes to make sure I was
I didn't.
How are you 5'9", but you had to tiptoe?
No, I think I'm shrinking, man. I think I'm shrinking. I think I'm putting something in my food. I'm shrinking over here. So,
oh Lord.
Do you think it's your diet, Charlene, that you're not large, or is that just your family genetics?
I wouldn't say family, but my mom, I know she used to be petite. She only started gaining weight like in her 60s, I think, because she made 8 babies and she never even had a stomach. Unlike me, I didn't snap back like her with the stomach area, but she never had a stomach until her like 60s or so. So maybe I got that from her. But I have siblings that are like on the heftier side. So
okay,
mix.
Your last live stream that we collaborated on, you stood up and showed your stomach. You do not have a stomach, Charlene. Come on.
Well, I mean, I've been working on it. It's not what it used to be like right after the babies. It's a work in progress. I know what I'm working with. It's there.
So I have a question, Charlene. What to you? What is spirituality? What is?
Wow, that's funny. I just did a live on that last night for my Sip and Chat podcast. It's really about connecting to yourself, understanding that you're one with all, understanding that you're connected to the source, the God energy, as some may say, or the divine energy, like I like to say. It's just about being able to be free in yourself, loving yourself, accepting all, being in harmony with what is. Learning to love unconditionally. And to me, that starts with self.
Absolutely.
Wow. And I know Vern, she does a lot of it's somewhere between spiritual, motivational, religious,
all of
educational, and what I like is when you have these guests on your channel that can add to the ambiance of what's going on. When you have these guests, and that's why it's Vern to come up. And Vern, please jump in here if you have a question. Please jump in because I got a whole bunch of.
I just got 2.
All right. Go ahead, Vern.
Okay, so the first one, and I'm gonna backtrack to the spirituality. The first one is, do you like doing lives or just uploading videos better?
Girl, live it is for me. Because I come up here, I make my mistakes and all that, and I just flow with it. Even my mistakes, I let them work for me. And I even do like a count, like, tongue twister number 1, number 2, number 3, whatever, and I roll with it. because for me, editing is not really something that I love and enjoy. Plus, I think about
Nobody
the
does.
space on my phone and stuff. Is like, okay, I'd rather just go live. But uploading, what I love about that, I love getting in front of the camera and just being, my silly self as I share. And I can kind of edit out some mistakes and make it look almost like I'm perfect. But I don't want to project that perfection image to people because I went through my life thinking that I always have to be a perfect person this way and that. Forgetting that life journey is about learning to be yourself, accepting that you're going to make mistakes and that's okay. Embrace all of that. So, I mean, I love doing the videos, but I don't like the editing part of it. So I'd rather just go live.
Same here, Charlene.
Editing is, man,
It
if
takes
you
time.
know how to do it, it is still time consuming regardless. It's very time consuming.
Mhm.
But some people can do it and it's easy, and some people can do it and it's hard. So I, in my head, already know what I'm going to edit in the video and where I'm going to put my breaks in, and that's what I do. Sometimes I don't even do my end cards because I forget. If I forget, oh well. Sometimes I add it, sometimes I don't. But, it's difficult,
Yeah.
being a creator. So my other question, and I'm going to go, is for me, spirituality, especially when you are connected. I don't know if you saw that video I did. I think you did, because I think you commented on with the tree, like if they can feel your energy. Did you see that one?
No, but I was just talking about connecting with trees last night.
You gotta
Oh my
see it. You gotta
God.
see
Yeah.
So what I want to say is, for me, I believe in God and heaven, right? So there's a heaven, there's a hell. There's spirits, right? And especially with social media, we have to be careful because for me, I'm super sensitive to feeling people's energies,
Energy.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I can feel when someone's sad. I can feel when someone's, not feeling it. I can feel when someone's being fake and phony, when someone's being real. Like I literally, even at work, like I literally can feel that. So I have to be careful, like who I go around, what is said, what's in my ear gate, what's in my eye gate, because I can't go everywhere, right? So I know I can't go to a rock concert that has drugs. I know I can't do that because my spirit will be fighting with so much. And this is serious, So how do you feel about the connection with other people and just things in general?
Well, first off, if you're sensitive like that, I understand it because I feel the same way. Sometimes I don't really listen to the news and stuff like that, but sometimes I know when our planet is going through something, like I could feel the energy of the collective, which is why people like us, we need to learn how to protect our energy so that it doesn't drain us.
Yes.
Right? So I definitely could relate to that. And I, just like you, I could sense when it's like I know people's thoughts. It's a weird thing. I didn't even know it was like I don't want to say a superpower, but it just comes so naturally. I didn't even realize that it was something that's in me. So it's like, yeah, those are energies that are out there. And, we always got to learn how to balance it and not be afraid of it, in my opinion, because I believe that love is the way, in my opinion, and from my vibration, I feel like every energy out there, it's an opposing, and not every energy is an opposing energy. Let me get this right. Some energies might feel like an opposing energy, but it's just an energy that needs addressing. And I remember growing up when they say stuff like demonic energies or demons, that used to scare me. But as I become, more aware of things and learning more about spirituality, I realized, okay, that's just a phrase or a word they put on a certain type of energy. It's all just energy. Everything is just energy. And we just need to learn how to handle it in a way that doesn't affect us, in a way that brings us to a state of depression or outside of our mindset.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, we have to protect ourselves, and we have to learn how to work with those energy in a way that doesn't cause harm. I
try to go in anywhere I go. I try to bring in the positive, the happy, the smiling. And I have done that, no lie. Like in a room of people that were in there prior to me where the energy was just low. Rod to tell you, when we was on that bus, everybody was like, we're tired. I was like, come on, y'all, woo! Like, you know, I like to bring that. And that's just about, that literally is really my nature. It really, I even pray and ask God, why did you make me like this? Like, even in a sad situation, like I'm not, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm human. I get pissed off sometimes. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It's not often. It's not often.
Yeah.
Even in some situations, I could be like, okay, you know, this is what's going to happen. We're going to, you know, and people are like, how are you okay with that? What am I do? You know, so I always look at the bright side on things. I really do. I try to. And it really,
why you're my sister? I like to look at things from different perspective, like universal perspective. Like sometimes we got to get outside of the human mindset, the basic stuff. It's time to step that up. Like you would say, elevate. Because if we all keep bickering about small things, how are we going to move on as a nation, as a people? How are we going to come together in harmony, work together to make things better for all of us? It's
but
not
that follows you. Like even at a grocery store, say if somebody got your order wrong, are you going to just like go off the handle and yell and scream? Or are you going to be like, you know what? It's okay. I literally went in the store the other day. No lie, this happened. There was a black lady in front of me, and there was a black lady, a white man in front of me, and me. So when I saw the black lady, I saw her energy. I saw it, like she was like had the screw face on. She was like, and I'm like, what is going on? Didn't think nothing of it. Let it go, right? Again, we got to be careful, right? So the white guy was in front of me, and he brought something, and it literally was like 95 cents. And the girl was like 95 cents, and he was like, oh, thank you, and he left. He was okay. And when I got up there, I seen the girl's energy, and I'm like, are you okay? I said, are you new? And she was like, yeah. And I said, honey, we all been new once. Let me tell you, my first job was at White Castle. I said, this is what you're going to do. I said, when you ring up the order, take your time. I'm going to sit right here. I said, I'm not going to rush you. And she started smiling, and she started changing, and she was like, thank you. And no lie, y'all, no lie. It was a black girl. She was the new one. And it was an Asian girl helping her. Now, I've seen the Asian girl in the store before. So, you know, she kind of knows me. No lie. She stops and she goes, I just like your style. And I'm like, what?
Aww.
And my husband was there, and he was like, what are you smiling at? Because now I can't stop smiling. Now I'm in that vibration.
Yeah.
And I said, can you tell him what you said, honey? And he was like, and you know, and that really does attach to you. It really does. Like what you bring is important.
Exactly.
If you bring nasty, negative energy, I can't be around you. I can't be around low vibrational people.
Oh my God, girl.
I'm not talking about when things happen, yeah, you're sad, but I'm talking about all the dang time, nothing's good happened.
Those people can drain you. Yeah, I'm telling you. And that's real.
I'm gonna take me a vibration class. I need to come to y'all to get me a vibration class. I need to get my 30 vibrations. Because
you just have to take it in.
I will go off on somebody in a heartbeat over the simplest thing. And
you can't do that.
Now that I done turned 55 and I'm getting a senior citizen.
65. Wow, you can raise your Social Security, right? All right, y'all, I'm out. Let me go. All right, that was it.
You might want to leave on that.
Oh, she got you, Rod.
Yeah, here go the 55-year-old dude. I'm over here. I didn't say 65, I said 55.
Oh, you double nickel then. Okay.
Yeah, I'm double nickel, man. That's what I was saying. Double nickel, man. I'm like a pistol. I'm double nickel, baby. So, thank you so much for coming up.
You're welcome. You know, anytime. Love you, Charlene.
Love you too, Sid.
Love it like Rod. Anytime, my brother, my cousin, my friend. You already know. And Charlene, I don't know if you heard, but there is a YouTube cruise next year with me and I. I would love to see you if you're able to make it. If not, I get it. But yeah. Hey, Tuba Chat, I just talked about you.
Yeah, and he got his own little name from Charlene. Hey, Tuberman. Tuberman.
Yeah.
Can I get a name like Rod, man? Something like that.
Have you ever been to Canada? Either one of you?
I've been there.
Vancouver. I've been to Vancouver.
Oh my gosh. I fell in love. I fell in love.
It's so clean.
Oh my God. Clean. I really enjoyed myself. I think I had a little too much fun.
The energy, that waterfall is like, oh my goodness.
Charlene, I felt it go through my body. Like I felt it. The rush of, oh my God.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I know, girl. I gotta experience that again. Now that I'm
Mhm,
closer,
mhm.
I'll probably plan a trip next year. I'm not going into cold. Canada's too cold.
No, I'm not. No, that's like New York. Have the your kids been there?
No, they haven't.
Mm.
This was prior to kids that I went there.
Okay. Yeah, Rod. You say you've been there, Rod?
Yeah, I went to Vancouver. I forgot what year.
Have
I
you
was
been to the Falls, Niagara Falls?
Now, I haven't been on the east coast of Canada. I've been on the west coast, which was Vancouver, British Columbia, and it was cool. It was cool, but I do wanna experience. I was looking at a Hyatt. I think it was today or yesterday. That's right at Niagara Falls. It just popped up. It just popped up on
Yeah,
my
there's a
feed.
Sheraton too. The Sheraton, this is right at the water.
Oh my God! But you know what? I don't like a lot of water because I can't swim.
Me
Well,
either.
you're not gonna be in it. You're gonna be way up above it.
Yeah, all right. If I fall in it, Vern, I'm gonna call your name.
If you fall in it, you wanted to go in it. It's like on the cruise. Like you can't just fall over. You have to climb up to go over. Like
Exactly.
or somebody
It's
got to push you.
safe. Yeah.
Like Tuba Chat tried to push me. That's different.
Oh
Oh,
Lord.
Y'all didn't see that? Oh, y'all gotta watch the video. He tried
Oh
to
my
push
God,
me.
no.
We almost had to fight. That Brooklyn came out.
Well, I tell you what, if you try to push me in the water, that's gonna be the end of the vacation.
No, but that part of Niagara Falls really is beautiful. It would be a nice summer trip to do with people. It really is good.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hop down, Charlene. I love you, Rod. Anytime. Everybody in the chat, I see y'all. Hope everybody is doing well. I love y'all. Love and light, everybody.
Thank you, Byron.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right, Charlene, I'm about to fire these questions at you left and right now. And I don't know how much time we have left. Let me know when you have to go, but I'm about to fire them off at you. So you did a video on how to lower your blood pressure. What are some of the ways we can lower our blood pressure? Naturally, or not naturally, or whatever.
Naturally.
Oh, yeah, I dug deep. We went from Niagara Falls to blood pressure. That's how Rob said.
I know, right? Just simply breathing, taking time to slow down your breathing, 5 minutes or so, a few times a day, that can help to lower your blood pressure. Deep, calming breaths, and there's some different patterns that you can do. I think I did one of those in one of my videos. Another thing you can do is drink certain types of teas, like hibiscus tea, nettle tea, lavender tea. You know, there's a bunch of different teas that can help you to naturally lower your blood pressure. You can take walks, you can jog, exercising, learning how to manage stress, meditation. Those are some natural ways that I love, that I know can lower your blood pressure. And of course, eat low sodium or no sodium food. Or if you're going to do sodium, make sure it's sodium that your body needs, not the bad sodium. So use sea salt versus regular salt.
I have a question, Charlene, and this is going to be a way off topic question. I don't think I've ever asked this. Do you have a lot of people that are attracted to you because of your knowledge, your knowledge of now people that approach you with a sense of attraction because of your knowledge?
Not that I can think of. No.
Not that I can think of.
You're funny. No, but no, I don't think
of. No, right. Okay. I just wonder. Now, you recently.
Why do you ask that though? I'm just curious.
Your energy.
Hmm.
And maybe I'm gonna go and use a word for my first time. Your vibrations. Give off an energy that, wow, if this woman was single, I would want her on my team. That's kind of what made me ask that question. So.
On your team? Well, what being on a team got to do with single?
Your partner, girl. Your partner. You will.
Oh, so that's how you roll. You have a whole team of women.
No. This ain't Rod. This ain't Rod talking. This ain't Rod talking. I'm speaking for the masses, man. I'm speaking for the people. No, I ain't got no team. I ain't got no
He wants a team of women. Do you understand?
No, that is
All right, let me stop. Let me stop. You fell in that one, Rod. You fell in that
oh
one.
Lord, have mercy. See, I'm a man. Okay, and that question wasn't even on my list. I should have never asked that. What up? What up? Controversial Cruiser, what's up? And see Vern over here crying, laughing. No,
He fell for that one, Vern. He fell for that. He wants a team. That's why he got so excited that we were both up here. You see this girl?
No, team. No, man. Y'all be setting me up, man. Y'all be setting me up.
All right, I'm gonna stop. Go ahead with your next question, brother.
Well, my next question, I'm gonna skip it because that Lord knows that'll really get me in trouble. But I'm gonna come back to it. So I don't know recently, but you're into gardening. What got you into gardening?
Into who?
Gardening, Billy,
gardening
stuff. I'm scared to say anything right now. Yeah, Billy, growing cucumbers. And
okay. Growing up, going back to my childhood, my dad, he did like a little farm. At the back of us, there was like a land, and he did like gardening and stuff. Like he did like a lot of plants and stuff. So I learned how to grow food as a little child, but I forgot that knowledge. So gardening is something that I wanted to do again as an adult, but I didn't have the space for it. So when I moved, I decided, you know what? I'm just going to do this on the patio because I don't have a lot of space in my yard. So I'm like, I'm just going to do this on the patio. No excuses. Let's get it done. I just need the sunlight, the soil, and here we go. And I believe it's the best way to go because, for one, if things should go shebang in the grocery stores and we're cut off from supply, you need to have something. And plus, I kind of focus on plants that can be like medicinal. Like, okay, what can I use in case I can't get to the store and I need something for fever, antibacterial, or something like that? So that's the kind of plants that I grow. That's my inspiration to kind of feed myself and my family and have some form of medicine just in case.
Okay. So, gotcha. I'm still jacked up from the last one. Now, you talked about mastering stress. We all deal with stress. I don't care who you are.
Sure do.
How do you master dealing with stress? You, Charlene Hill, not saying the average person, but how do you master it?
I just learned to accept that I cannot change certain things. Things just are what they are. I've learned to accept that things may not always go the way I expect or anticipate or would love, and I just need to come to peace with that. I had to learn how to be patient, how to take time and breathe, and to understand that getting upset and going all crazy about a situation does not benefit me in any way. Like I always tell my mom, like, don't worry about things. Stop worrying. The energy of worry does not help you or benefit you in any way. It only causes you stress. It causes you dis-ease and lack of peace in your mind and your vibration. There we go again with that word. You made me realize how often I say that word by
this vibration. I'm scared to say anything right now.
So that's how I feel. I learned to accept.
So how close is your mom? Your mom live close to you, like proximity?
She's about maybe 2 hours, hour 40 minutes, depending. One time it took me 4 hours to get to her because of traffic. 4th of July. Not doing that again. Woof.
Now you did a video talking about deadbeat dads.
Ooh, I didn't do that one yet, but that's something
don't talk about it. Then don't talk about it. Let's not talk about it. If you haven't done it, let's not talk about it. Now, one of the things that I want to become good at is meditation. And I'm nowhere near being anywhere near good at it. But you talked about nature meditation. And I think I do that every day, but I don't know I'm doing it. But I just sit out in my driveway and I watch the squirrels and I watch the birds. And yesterday I watched the female dove run from the male dove, and I was meditating, but I don't know that I was meditating. Nature meditation make a difference in a person's well-being.
Mhm. Oh, you asked a question. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I was just
how
agreeing
does
with what you
nature?
said.
Yeah, you were caught up in the squirrels and the birds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you get for y'all over here trying to tag team. Yeah, him. But so does nature meditation, does it make that big of a difference when a person is just trying to relieve stress and relax?
In my opinion, yes. For me personally, nature meditation is more powerful because I feel like I'm more directly connected to source energy, to energy that's more like pure and closer to my spiritual vibration. And just looking out in nature for me, it helps me to feel joy, peace, admiration for beauty. I see abundance there. I don't know if some of you may struggle with a lack mindset sometime when you get out into nature and you can see abundance there and identify that. It really helps you to feel a sense of relief and calmness about you. Nature just it makes you feel like you again when you reconnect. You just there's a calmness there that I don't know how to explain. And I know some people are not outdoorsy persons, so it may work different for you. But just find what's your vibe, that thing that makes you feel like, all right, I can actually do this, live this life and be at peace, be at my best with it.
Now, two words you use a lot, just paying attention, is you haven't used vibe that much tonight, but you use vibrations and vibe. And I love to hear the vibe. Like if you sense a bad vibe, do you immediately retreat? Do you immediately get away from a bad vibe situation?
Okay, so do you mean like in the way of like, for
Like
instance, going into a room
people,
and there's people there?
people or crowd or whatever. As long as if it's a bad vibe, you like Charlene has to remove herself. This is not me. I gotta go.
Yeah, I don't like rowdiness and confusion and contention and a lot of people just trying to talk over. Like, I don't like that. I would remove myself. But again, one of the things I try to work on is not allowing people's energy to dictate how I feel. Like I teach my children, you are the master of your emotions. People can say and do whatever they want or feel or whatever. Not saying they should, but they will. They might. But it's up to you to interpret or decide how to feel based on what they did. You could allow yourself to feel sad, to feel angry, to feel whatever, or you can just not allow what they did to vibrate your feelings and just stay as calm as you would love to or as happy as you would love to. Brush it off. Because
Okay.
sometimes you can get out of a situation based on, location or whatever. So you just learn how to not let it sink in. You remember that saying, a ship can be sailing on the big wide ocean. However, the water doesn't sink the ship unless the water gets into the ship. So if you let water into your ship, now it's going to sink you. So you decide you're going to let that water in or you're going to keep it up.
Y'all, again, if y'all just, oh man, I'm glad I looked up at my camera because it's flashing. And I'm gonna ask Charlene a question so I can give me a chance to swap batteries. Y'all, tonight we are witnessing a woman of vast knowledge, Miss Charlene Hill. I have a question. I'm going to talk about her business in a minute, but before I get to that question, I have to ask this question that I ask on every interview, which will give me a chance to change my battery. Charlene, and take your time answering this. If you could meet one person, here or not here, who would it be? And I'm gonna give you the center stage so I can change this battery.
When you
One
say here or not here, do you mean like a
alive
ancestor?
or dead.
Okay, gotcha.
I wasn't trying to say that, but dead or alive.
I just want to be clear. Okay. Hmm.
Take your
One
time.
person.
Take your time. Take your time.
It would probably be Napoleon Hill or Mansa Musa. Why? Because those two people are people that I admire. Like my first few books that I've read, or my first step into the realm of personal development, was based on Napoleon Hill teaching from that book Think and Grow Rich, which Tuberman loves. And so I've always been deeply connected to his work and the principles that he is so gracefully shared with us to help us to live a successful life. So it would either be Napoleon Hill for that reason, or Mansa Musa. If you're not familiar with Mansa Musa, is because he's not often spoken about in our history in school, but now I believe they're starting to do it. He was the wealthiest man on planet Earth, even today. I don't think there's any person that surpassed his state of wealth. And I'm talking material wealth here. I'm not talking about spiritual wealth. I don't know much about his spiritual wealth and all that stuff and his lifestyle, but I'm talking about his coins. I would love to understand how he managed all that wealth and what it felt like to have that amount of wealth and influence on the world. Because from what I understand, countries that he went to, he was just dropping gold and made the country bankrupt. So that also made me wonder, okay, what kind of money system is that if someone is giving out gold and stuff like that, that is going to bankrupt the country? So those will be the two people, if any, that I would like to meet. Mansa Musa or Napoleon Hill.
I saw a video that you did on Napoleon Hill. Now I have to go back and watch it in its entirety.
This on the other channel.
Yeah, it's on the speaking of the other channel, can you tell us about conscious business hold on.
Services and opportunities.
Yes, can you tell us about that?
Oh, yeah, sure. So, Conscious Business Services and Opportunities is a channel that I started to kind of share information about doing business in a conscious way, meaning, okay, you're giving back to the community, you care about our planet, because I believe as entrepreneurs, we should do our best to be resourceful, to be green, to be eco-friendly, to do things that will contribute to our planet, to be spiritual, high vibrational, and not just focus on, okay, what money is this business bringing in for me, but how can we truly help people? How can we change life? So that's one of the focus there, as I also bring opportunities in different ways of how to earn income, how to cultivate and maintain a wealthy mindset, how to be spiritual, to remember to focus on our wellness as we work on our success or material wealth and all that. I always try to remind us there to make sure that you're working on your mind, your body, and your spirit, not just your coins, and you're having that holistic balance in your life. So that is the service there on that channel.
Wow. So you are, if you could describe Charlene Hill, are you a life coach? Are you a wellness coach? I know you're an entrepreneur. We know that. How would you describe yourself?
It's funny because I couldn't decide on a title because I feel like I'm all that. To be honest, it's like, how do you just put one label when you have so much to give to the table? You know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm a life coach, I'm a wellness coach, I'm like an entrepreneur. It's like, oh, all these things bubble up in this beautiful petite body. Yes, Rob, she's a shorty.
I did not know you were 4'11". I probably wouldn't have asked.
For the record, it's 5,
I
y'all.
thought you were like 5'2", 3".
Yeah.
I just knew you were petite, and I wasn't going to ask the weight. But
Me
you
borderline midget.
about that. Now, my next question. We're going to wrap this up shortly, y'all. I don't want to keep Charlene on here too long. How do you feel about Black love today?
Okay, when you say Black love, what do you mean?
Like, I grew up in an area, in an era, both an area and an era where there was mixed emotions about Black love. Like, do you think that maybe that's a tough question. Now that more I think about it, because if you have to ask me what I mean, maybe that's a tough question. Just
No,
how
no,
do
no.
you?
I asked what you mean because, your definition of what it is might be something different. Like, for one, I don't really subscribe to that. Like,
I
if
like,
I'm being honest, like
I
black
like
people or white people, because nobody's black, nobody's white. That's just whole labeling that people put on us. I'm brown skinned, you brown skinned. It's like whatever you want to call yourself, Nubians, whatever. But when you say black love, are you talking like male female relationship with brown skinned people?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, but man, we might not be talking about nothing.
Oh my gosh. Listen, that's a big topic. And I just to like really quickly brush on it, I really feel like there's a lot of work that needs to be done in our community so that our men and our women can truly stand together. I've seen a lot of divorces. For instance, my own family, within the space of a year or so, two of my brothers got divorced. And this has a lot to do with how society is structured, in my opinion. It's structured in a way that can make it very hard for our brown skinned brothers out there. And our sisters are looking to our brothers like, hey, man, you're not bringing it like you should. I'm not saying this was my brother's situation, but most often this is the situation I'm finding. Finances has a lot to do with people getting divorced and people not learning how to really respect each other, or if your partner is not making as much money as you as a woman, you're now feeling like, okay, now I got to be the man. I got to, you're not allowing your male to be in his role and stand in his truth and his strength. So all that can cause a lot of issue. But I believe that if you come at things from a spiritual perspective, learning to honor each other, learning to honor the divine within each other, the masculine in you, the feminine in you, and you're not just focused on finances, that there's a chance for us to really, really bloom as a community of brown skinned people that can really love and grow with each other. We got to look outside of the flesh and go within.
I knew you were
True
gonna say,
connection.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. Like
Ah.
going within, and that's what I meant when I
Hmm.
said earlier that you're so deep. Do people find attraction to that? You did a video on shine no matter what.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that? Shine no matter what.
Okay, so I think that was one of my Monday motivation videos on the Conscious Business channel, I think. And that's like, no matter what situation you're going through, it might be a job situation, it might be something financial, it might be a crazy relationship, but whatever it is, you're planted in that situation for a reason. See the bright side of it, like Vern would say, or look at it from different perspective and try to ask those questions that will give you the outcome that you would love. How can I use this situation to evolve or to make myself better or to thrive, to get promoted, to find a better relationship or to change what needs to be changed in this relationship? How do I just shine and grow wherever I'm planted? Because I know I'm here for a reason. I didn't just come here to suffer and to experience this with no payoff. I'm going through this and I'm going to get a reward because of this. Whatever it is I'm going through is going to pay off for me. I'm just saying, wherever you are, you can still shine. Wherever you're planted, you can grow. I was looking at a little weed in between the cracks of the concrete the other day. I'm like, look at you. Ain't nobody telling you you can't grow wherever you are. You can grow. No matter what it looks like, you can grow. You just got to see the side of it that is opportunity. Look for the opportunity in every situation. That's what that means. Oh my God, you got me on fire here, brother.
Well, good. I want you to be on fire. That's the whole point. So you eat certain types of foods. What is a good, like, if I wanted to get a good natural. I want to say natural food. What's a natural food that you would recommend?
Well, it depends on what you're looking to achieve because there's so many
I'm
different.
trying to
Like I
achieve.
love greens.
You
Hmm?
love greens? Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead.
I love greens.
So
Um, mhm.
you eat a lot of like collard greens and lettuce
But
and
not even collard greens because that's not what I grew up with. But once in a while, yeah, I like different types. Like I like the mustard greens. I just fell in love with that all over again because I had that in my garden and I was like, oh my god, I forgot how good this tasted because I haven't had it in years. So I like that. I love okras. I love bitter melon, which is not popular to a lot of people. We call it Karila in Guyana. That's something I grew up with and I love it. I like a lot of like parsley and stuff like that. You can even make tea with these things. I love my tomatoes. I just love fresh food. Love salads.
now, when was the last time you went back home? Went back to your homeland?
I think 2012, perhaps. I think.
Wow, that long?
Hmm. It's been a hot minute. I need to go home and reconnect. I'm feeling the vibe.
It's been a long hot minute.
I
But
know.
and I do the same thing with going back. I grew up in Arkansas and I don't go back there as often as I should. So now one thing that I notice about Charlene Hill is you stay motivated. You stay
Mm.
encouraged. What keeps you so encouraged and give you the energy that you have day in and day out? Because every time I see you, I see the same woman. I don't see a different version of you. I don't see the remix. I don't see the, the short version. Yeah, I see the same version.
um, like everything that we talk about, pretty much is what keeps me. Like meditation, just gratitude affirmations, like looking around seeing what to be grateful for. That's like really big for me. Like whenever I feel like something is coming at me where I feel like, okay, do you hear that sound in the background?
What is that?
Oh my god, it's the garage. Hold on, I'm
Oh,
gonna
wait
mute for a
a minute.
second.
I thought it was an airplane. It's gone.
Yeah, it does. No, I had to mute. I'm like, oh, that stuff is so annoying. Garage. So anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, like those things they keep me going, learning how to breathe through situations. Like if I feel, you know, anxious or excited or anything. Well, not excited, but more so anxious or any type of stress or worry. I learn to pay attention to my feelings and I know when to breathe, release, let it go. I know when to speak in a tone of power that corrects my vibe. Because sometimes my vibe is going into a low vibe, like, wait a minute, you don't this, you don't that. Like, no, stop it. You are a child of the Most High. You are destined for greatness. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. Sometimes you got to talk yourself up. And that's just what keeps me going, honey.
Well, Charlene, you're so calm and relaxed every time I see you. Do you ever
Am
get
I really?
do you ever get mad?
Of course, yes.
I
Yeah.
mean,
But not as much as I used to,
when
really.
you get mad for real mad, huh?
Oh my God. My siblings would say, like, oh God, the lion and you come out because I'm a Leo. They're like, yo, we don't want to see that fire, man. You stay calm. We don't want you on the flip side. Because like me, I'm like the peacemaker in the family, always, bringing people together, making sure, we can have like a conversation without people getting their emotions into it. Like I kind of set the stage for that. And this is for anybody out there. If you got a family and you want to have a family meeting, you have to set the stage right. Like, listen, if we're going to be discussing this, we're going to keep our emotions out of it. We're just doing the mathematics of things so we can get to whatever it is we need to get to. Emotions, when it's not in balance or in check, can cause a lot of friction. So make that clear from the beginning. And if people are stepping out of line, you just gently nudge them back, like, hey, remember we said we're going to keep our emotions out of it? Take a deep breath, reset, and come back to it. I'm just saying, sometimes you got to be that person to keep the balance. But yeah, I do get angry sometimes. But my kids, oh my God, they know. Like, listen, Because I would say, listen, you don't want to see Monster Mommy come out. You don't want her to come out. They're like, no, baby.
She
So I'm
said,
like,
Monster
okay,
Mommy. Monster
yes.
Mommy, yeah. You know
Monster
what?
Mommy, scary mommy. Yeah, because they know when I get serious. Because I'm really, soft with them. Because I never like being yelled at, and I don't want to do that to them. But sometimes I might yell, and if I yell, I apologize. I'm like, listen, I'm sorry. That was not the best way for me to handle that. Mommy's learning too. I'm human. We're growing and learning together. So, and I would hug them because I don't want that to stay with them because things stay with you when you're a child. So if I could help them release whatever trauma I might have caused, I try to do it within the minutes that I've done it.
Hey,
I'm sorry, you heard that noise again, didn't you?
I didn't. It ain't bothering me. It's bothering you more than it is me.
Okay, good.
I keep thinking it's an airplane or a crop duster or something. But it beat yours. Ever since I let her know I was from Arkansas, there's nothing back in Arkansas. And y'all check out Tanya Event Yours, man. She's hilarious, great YouTuber. And I only have a couple more questions for you, Charlene. I know we've been on here about an hour and a half. Seemed like 3 hours, but you've done several interviews, and I've seen a couple of them. I think the last one I saw you were interviewing the Griffins. I know you just recently did a collaboration. I didn't get a chance to watch that, but you bring up one topic a lot of times. I'm not saying every time, but a couple of times that I've seen. And this is not the topic. It's a broader topic, but I'm going to break down a smaller question. What is a good way to reignite sexual chemistry in your relationship? Oh, yeah, I be digging deep, girl. I go deep. I dig deep. Out your page.
Good question. Good question. First of all,
you don't have to answer. I just asked.
No. That's a good question. And sexuality and sex is all important. Intimacy is really important, and it really plays a vital part to our wellness, our mindset. Listen, if you're not having enough of it, you are more prone to be stressed easily, to get angry easily. You're cranky. Your blood pressure might be high, and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, no, so, I got all these problems. No.
This is part of your wellness. It is important. And, I also look at it from a spiritual perspective, which is something I'm exploring more deeply now. But anyway, saying that to say some of the things you can do to ignite is like, first off, have a conversation with your partner. They might not be attracted to you for whatever reason. Maybe you're not dressing a certain way anymore, looking a certain way. So have that honest conversation first. Like sometimes my husband looks at me and he laughs. And I'm like, why are you laughing? That's a serious question. I'm like, are you still attracted to me? Because I know sometimes I look all bummed out and I don't care because I'm one of those people. I'm like, if I feel like dressing up, I'm going to dress up and I know I can do it well. Sometimes I just want to be relaxed and be like, whatever. So I asked my husband, like, are you still attracted to me physically? Like, I know you love my mind and all that. And he would laugh. And I'm like, no, it's a serious question. I'm like, yes, of course. I'm like, okay, I just want to know because, you weren't like hitting me or nothing like, you weren't tapping me. So what's up? I need to know that you want to be all over this. So anyway, that's just my little.
Is he from where you from?
Huh?
Is he from where you from?
No. No, he's not.
So he's you not. Said he was on top of you and he wasn't hitting you. But yeah, that's a good sign. That's a good sign that he all right. I mean, he might not be able to answer the question, but that's a good sign. Because sometimes if you get asked a question, I mean, you ask me, not if my lady said, Rod, are you still attracted to me? Oh, yeah, I probably wouldn't be with you if I wasn't.
But here's the thing, Rod, and I gotta say this. I'm segueing a little bit. I know you're interviewing me, but we can have a conversation.
No, right? We're having a convo now. We talking, we chit-chatting.
All right, cool. Like sometimes women ask these questions because, and this might be an immature side of me, because in prior relationships, I always would have that person like kind of like want to always be all over me. I'm not saying I want that 24/7. Oh God, no, I'm not a rabbit. But what I'm saying is, sometimes, your husband gets so busy with their work or whatever else they're doing, is that they forget to say, hey, babe, you look good. Or maybe just, as you walk by, they tap your butt or something a little bit. Like, I like that kind of stuff. Like, I felt like I looked good tonight because he did that. I'm like, oh, shoot, I like it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying sometimes you need to remind us that you're still attracted by doing certain things. It could be your words or your actions. Like for me, it's like just come up and grab me or something. I don't know. I like that. That's just me. I'm just
You
saying.
say come up and whab you a whammy or what'd you say?
No, just grab me. Like, you
Oh,
can gently pull my waist in or something. Just pull me close to you. Let me know, girl. You're the stuff. You're hot.
y'all, that's why I asked that question. And I had this question earlier in my question. Well, I had another question that was earlier, but her and Vern both attacked me, so I kind of retreated from the
Hey
relationship.
Rob, I gotta put, you could go ahead and talk, right? I gotta put some batteries in. You could pull me down for time. I gotta plug in.
Do your thing, and I'm gonna keep talking. But y'all, tonight, man, Charlene Hill, one of the greatest to ever do it on YouTube, is giving us the best. You never know, and I'm not gonna say too much because I don't want to get into my closing remarks just yet, even though we buy. Hey, event yours. So that's right, Charlene. Sometimes, and that's what I love about Tanya, man. Event yours. Tanya gonna always have something good and informative to say about in her comments, man. In her always, and sometimes you need to pull your woman close, and it ain't just about going in there doing no rabbit dance or rabbit whatever you want to call it. I'm trying to be like for the kids right now. I don't know who's watching, but sometimes you need to show intimacy. Sex is one thing, but intimacy is something totally different. Now they go hand in hand, but sex and intimacy are two different things. They go hand in hand. But if you walk up while your woman scrambling some eggs and you slap her on, don't slap her, I mean tap her on the butt. Hey, don't mean slap her like knock her through the oven. Or just pull her close and whisper in her, hey, I love you. I was just, damn, you looking good. And she could have a bonnet, a robe, some house shoes, ashy ankles, and all that. But this person would know, hey, man, this individual, this dude is seeing me for who I am, not as an object. And a lot of times I think people mix that up. A lot of times people mix up an object instead of an individual. Don't do that. Don't do that. We got 9 real homies in the crib, 10 real homies right now. And Event Yours said, preach, Rod. Some people don't know that. They think intimacy is sex, but it's not. No. Intimacy is a whole different thing. If you can go in there and stroke your woman's hair and look at her and kiss her and hold her and get out of the bed and nothing physical happens beyond that, you might be an accomplice something. Who knows what's going to happen when y'all get off work or the next day? Who knows what's going to happen? Now we're almost diving into a real talk with Rod topic, but intimacy and sex are two different things, and a lot of people don't get that. They don't understand that. Have you, I mean, I'm just talking to the fellas. I'm talking to everybody right now. The fellas, the ladies, everybody. Have you ever just looked at your partners and just found something about them that had nothing to do with their waist, had nothing to do with no stretch marks, had nothing to do with their ass, had nothing to do with their breasts, had nothing to do with their chest, and just said, man, I like that. I like the way your eyes look. I like the way you look when you wear your glasses. I like the way your toes are looking today. I like the nail polish color you chose this week. These are the little things that will take you a long way. It ain't about the, oh man, girl, ooh, that ass sure looking good. Excuse my language, man, but I'm just being real right now. Man, women don't always want to hear that. Hey, man, I noticed, man, it looked like you. I like the way your hair looking today. I think that and nail polish on your toes really complements your skin. It looks good with that outfit. I'm just saying, man. Not the bunny. Y'all, I'm waiting on Charlene, man, but I don't want to. Now, hold up. I'm going to need some vitamin D every now and again. Oh, y'all, Event Yours is off the chain. Y'all make sure y'all check out Event Yours, man. My sister, I had her and her on here not long ago, her and Pretty Timmy on here not long ago for an interview. And man, I could probably interview them every week because they got something to talk about. We could talk about every week. But Charlene back, y'all. Charlene back. Charlene, we done lost like 5,000 people. I had 5,000 people in here, and then you
You mean they all came for me?
yeah, they all came. You had left when you left. But the last thing I'm gonna say about that, man, is admire, fellas, admire your lady.
Right on.
Admire her. Admire the small qualities. Hey, girl, did you? Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna sit up here and say lie now. Don't be lying, but did you do something to your eyebrows? Or your eyebrows look different. Admire your woman, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let
them know they're beautiful.
Mm-hmm. She's not an object. She's an individual. She's not an object. She's an individual. And with that being said, I got Charlene back on the screen. Thank God, because man, that was a lot of ad-libbing I had to do. And man, what my questions at? I think Charlene, I may have a couple more questions. I ain't got many. Her battery died. She over there putting moisturizer on her face. So,
what did I miss? I'm seeing vitamin D and all that in the.
Oh yeah, it's all yeah. You miss a lot, boy. When people leave on my live streams, I take it to the next level. I take it to the whole different level. But no, I just expanded on what we were talking about.
Okay, now, gotcha.
I noticed you were rubbing some stuff on your face. Do you use? And I'm gonna put you on the screen by yourself because I need to run to the restroom. Since you took a break, I got to take a break. But do you use natural remedies on your face or natural stuff, or like avocado oil? I'm making up stuff, and y'all, I don't have no idea what's natural. Avocado oil or lima bean butter or red beans and rice oil.
You're funny. And yeah, I do. I use natural products all the time. Some of the products that I have, I create myself from raw natural products, and I just kind of recreate like my lotion for myself and my children, because a lot of skincare products out there, they have so much chemicals in it. And I believe that we need to take heed of that because all these things, they affect our wellness or health. So I even did a video on that about, using natural things. Like I just brought some awareness to the fact that a lot of products have chemicals inside and it can affect our respiratory system. And, some of these products are cancerous. So what I do, I get like natural shea butter, cocoa, and different types of oil, including castor oil. Sometimes it could be that avocado oil or grapeseed, olive oil, vitamin E oil. I kind of combine them, fuse them together, maybe a few drops of different types of essential oils, and I put that on my skin. And as far as my face, I just use like there's like a mixture of oils that I have that I would just use to moisturize my face. And castor oil, I'm coming to find out I love that. I use that for my lips as well, including natural lip gloss as well too, because I love lip gloss. And shout out to my sister from I think it's Royal Lip Gloss Company. Let me see here. What's her name? You guys should definitely support her work because I like to support companies that are doing natural products to share. Vern, if you're still in the chat, what is her link? I think it's Gotta something. Oh my gosh, I don't remember, but I guess when I do, I'll share it with you guys. But anyway, natural products, it's a big thing for me, which is why when I created my Amazon store, I put products that I use in there, natural products, all the teas that I love and stuff. I'm still loading the store right now. It's a brand new baby. So if you would like to support my Amazon store, or you're just looking for some natural products that you can get for yourself and your loved ones, you can definitely tap into that. All right. So that's pretty much my routine. I don't have the best type of skin at all. I have like the worst type of skin, in my opinion. So I always have to try to do extra to take care of my skin. Ever since I was a little girl, I had old lady skin, like just cracked up, dry, scaly skin. Just telling you the truth.
For real?
For reals.
Because like now your skin looks so vibrant.
Yeah, maybe it's the camera. The camera loves me.
Oh, it's okay. 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 Well,
Oh
y'all,
Lord, I'm full of myself and I love it.
there's nothing wrong with feeling yourself, man. I'm feeling myself too.
That's right, my brother.
Now, I'm only going to ask a couple more questions because I know we are running deep into the evening. You did a video on the 7 rules of life. You remember that video?
Oh, that one was inspired by my mama. She asked me to do that one. And that's on my other channel, yeah.
Can you tell us a couple of the rules? Not all of them, because y'all need to go and watch the video.
I'm trying to remember. I don't think I remember them specifically. But I remember there were beautiful rules, about learning to like forgive, let go. You can't change everything. Oh my God. I got to go back to that video. I don't remember.
Okay. And don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Because
Yeah. But that is a beautiful video though. I love those rules.
I was in an interview and I was asked some stuff from 4 years ago. I'm like, man, I don't remember that. I don't remember what I said. Who knows what I said? Now, you're a YouTuber with 2 monetized channels. What's a good mental health balance for new YouTubers?
Learning to take breaks when it's necessary. Understanding that as you share content, you should feel joy within doing that. If you find that you're feeling anxious, you're feeling exhausted, you're feeling overwhelmed or overworked, slow down, recalibrate, and see what you need to be doing so that it feels like a flow. It shouldn't feel like work. It shouldn't feel hard. It should feel effortless because you should be enjoying this. Like I personally, I really enjoy it. But for me, the biggest thing is like the editing and stuff, which eventually I'm going to outsource once the coins get to where they need to be and YouTube is giving me enough to give back to pay somebody to do that stuff. But really just take time out to always understand your vibration, see where you're at. Your mental health is so important. So take your walks that you need to. If you want, you can do like I do. Sometimes I just take people along when I'm walking. I just go live. So it's like I'm doing my YouTube thing as I'm working on my wellness and encouraging others to do the same. So Make it work with what you do. Don't let it feel like a job.
Wow. Yeah, I like that. I mean, YouTube for me it's a business. But in conjunction with what Charlene just said, I have to be in a zone and I have to be having fun. Even though it's a business, it's Rod's business.
Exactly.
I worked for other people and was unhappy for years. Now that Rod has his own business, the least I can do is have fun with the business that I'm running.
Mm-hmm.
So what Charlene just said made all the sense in the world. And we getting close to the end, Charlene. And let me know when you out of gas here. Uh, now, when it comes to life, what do you think has been your biggest accomplishment?
When it comes to who?
Life.
Oh, biggest challenges in life.
No, accomplishment, not challenge.
Oh, biggest accomplishment. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I never really thought about stuff like that.
You sound like Diana Ross when you said, I never really thought about stuff like that.
No,
Okay.
like for real, I haven't. I don't know if it's like college degrees, if it's like starting a business, if it's, leveling up my awareness of things. You know what? Now that I think, I'm glad you asked that question. I love questions that get me to think about stuff like that. It might be just allowing myself to be me, to fully immerse myself in newness and transforming my thought process and just allowing myself to be open to learning and expanding my knowledge base. So being more spiritual, that I think that's the biggest thing for me. Learning how to just vibrate as me and allowing that side of me to come out more and more each day as I live my life. Yeah, being me, expressing as me. Thank you for that question, Rod. That really got me to pinpoint some things. Thank you.
No problem. No problem. That's what I'm here for, to ask those questions that make you pinpoint some things. So now we're going to pinpoint a little more. Have you ever faced any adversity in life?
Oh, of course, lots of it. One of the first biggest ones I remember, I don't know if you want to call this an adversity or what, but in my opinion, it is, was the passing of my dad. It was totally unexpected. He was just 46. And, I always saw myself as a youngster thinking that, oh, I'm going to have children. I'm going to take them to go see their grandparents. I'm going to come visit my parents. I never expected my dad to pass. That wasn't something that was in my mind. So it was like such a shock for me. I even developed a pain in my lower back that took years. Probably just recently it went away because that energy was stuck there and I didn't know how to, I guess, heal from it. That was a big shocker in my life. I even had a nervous breakdown a couple of years later dealing with that. And then my first boyfriend just disappearing from me and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, that was the biggest thing in my life. Pivotal moment. Pivotal moment.
So, damn. I had stopped asking that question because I be getting some answers that be throwing me off. But just asking you, that I felt you were strong enough to be able to answer the question.
Yeah, I mean, death is a part of life. I've come to acknowledge that, accept that, and understand that, it's just another existence. But at the time, my mind wasn't ready for that. So it took a toll on me. And you know what? It's all part of my experience. It all helped me to be who I am because I use that. Like I said, every situation you're in, you can use it. I use that to create content to help other people how to process grief, what to expect, what you might be feeling, because sometimes you're not even understanding what you're feeling and how to take care of yourself while you're going through that. Because your wellness should always be maintained. Because your vibration could get very low when you're in a state of grief. So I use all that I've been through to share to help others that might be going through it. So that's how I put a positive spin on that.
One word y'all are gonna hear on the Points Blank Network from now on is vibrations. We're gonna be having all vibrations over here. We're gonna be having some vibrations going on.
Vibration.
I think I have two more questions because I want to be cognizant of your time.
Mhm.
Let me look at here and make sure I ask them. I got several ones left, but I want to ask a good one. When you were on your monetization journey for YouTube, your full monetization journey, what were some of the lessons learned?
Just don't rush the process. Enjoy the process. Don't exhaust yourself going after whatever it is. It might not be monetization, but whatever your goal is, don't exhaust yourself. Just try to be present, be in that moment as you're going for it, and learn to appreciate every milestone, celebrate every victory, every win. You don't have to wait till you get to the big thing to celebrate and be grateful in every stage and every step. Show gratitude, express gratitude. Like one of the things I learned is to be grateful for something that I didn't receive yet in the physical before it even happens. Like, hey, I'm grateful for this. I see it, I feel it, I vibrate it.
And you're a Leo, correct?
Leo all day, all the way, baby.
When is your birthday?
July the 27th.
Oh man, you one of those July Leos. I'm an August Leo. Now, my next and last question. I have this question and I have one more. You talk about new moons when it comes to astrology. What is it? What exactly? What are these new moons? Because I don't know. I really don't know. It's just now go ahead.
Okay. Before I answer that, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just found the thing that I was looking for, the 7 rules of life. So let me read it off for you.
Okay, let's go back to that then. The 7 rules of life. You weren't gonna let it go, huh?
No, I'm like, no, because I know it's so good. And I love that. I love that. Rule number 1, make peace with your past. So it wouldn't disturb your present. So make peace with your past, reconcile. What other people think of you, and this one I love, is none of your business. Time heals almost everything. That's number 3. No one is in charge of your happiness except you. Number 5, don't compare your life to others. Number 6, stop thinking too much. And number 7, smile. Those are beautiful rules that I love. I can't believe I forgot them. So thank you for bringing that up. Now, the new moon. That's like when this moon is in its darkest phase. So it's like, if you want to think about it in the physical realm, as far as like, let's say doing something literally, it's like now planting your seeds. You put your seed in the soil. It's dark. It's covered up. It's not ready to sprout yet, but you're now just literally planting your seed. So the new moon, if you're looking for like manifestation and doing things in your life, maybe something new, it's a good time to set those new intentions. You do your scripting, your meditating, or whatever it is. But really, that's just how I work with that energy and that vibration for the new moon.
That vibration, y'all. That vibration. That word.
Oh my God. It's funny. I didn't even realize I said that again.
I'm gonna start my next live. Hey y'all, we over here. Hey, I want to welcome y'all to Points Blank Vibrations. We're gonna be over here talking about vibrating tonight. But I love it, sister. I'm making jokes with it. Well, Charlene, we've been over here about 1 hour and 59 minutes, and my last question is a simple question. We brought Vern up. Vern asked you some questions. That was the first time I've ever brought another person up when I did an interview. Has this been an experience?
Of course. I love and I enjoyed the questions you asked because some of it got me to think a little bit more about me. It allowed me to kind of rediscover myself and to see myself from your perspective, which is a beautiful one, by the way. And I want to say thank you for inviting me to your platform to speak. And, it's an honor and a privilege. I really do appreciate it. I love that you said you looked at my videos and you saw certain things. I was like, oh my God, he's going to talk about my terrible editing or how my videos don't look that great. But I'm like, okay, I'm focused on the message. And I love that you didn't even talk about the quality of the video or anything. You just focus on the energy, the message. And I'm like, oh, I love you, Brad. So I really, really appreciate that. And I had some fun here too. I mean, hey.
Well, I'm not the best editor, and I don't have any room to talk about how people are doing their videos. So that would have been the last thing I would have talked about. But what I try to do now, and it started off like this, then I kind of got away from it. But I try to bring the best of the best on here for the Getting to Know series. And you were long overdue. I had been wanting to reach out to you and have you on the channel. And once I collaborated with you for your partial monetization with you and Tuber Chat, and I think Vern was on there. And then
Anthony was there too.
Yeah, Anthony, and I started watching you more. It just made me want to have you on the channel even more. So this was a no-brainer. So it was great. And tomorrow, now I'm gonna let Charlene talk about this. Tomorrow we will be doing another live on her channel.
It's going to be our CBSO channel, not Charlene Hill, because we're going to be talking about YouTube analytics, because that's something that I personally don't understand a lot of, and Rod has more knowledge and understanding of that. So I feel like, instead of me trying to learn everything from scratch and for myself, I'll just learn from my brother. Listen, as much as I know, there's so much that I don't know, and there's so much that I don't know that I don't know. And I'm humble enough to always accept and learn from people that are standing on their platform and they know something and understand something that I don't. I'm not ashamed to say when I don't know something. So I really appreciate you for being willing to do that, because analytics is not my best friend. I don't understand it. And I know it's important to understand it, especially when you're monetized. It can help you to understand what you need to do to kind of get to where you need to go with ease. So if you would share that link for anyone that wants to come through, I would hope that you would broadcast it on your channel too. So it's not just about me. I'm going to be asking some dummy questions because I really need to know some stuff.
Well, I'm going to probably have some dummy answers because I don't know everything about it either. So,
no dummy answers allowed, brother.
I don't have the link yet. I don't know if you had broadcast.
Oh, hold on. I could grab it. I'll share it to you privately because I'm not a mod on your channel. So.
Okay. And let's see here. And so tomorrow, what time are we doing this, Charlene?
8 p.m. Eastern time. I think it's 7 your time. Is that time good for you?
That's good for me. 7 Central, 8 Eastern. Tomorrow we will be talking about YouTube analytics, how to read analytics, how to understand analytics, everything analytics. And let me see if I got your private chat. I didn't get it yet.
No, I now got it. I'm a little slow with tech, honey. Bear with your sister here. There you go. You should have it now.
I don't think so. I don't see a little number popping up yet. And if not, y'all, oh, there it is. There it is right there. And let me oh boy, I don't know what I just did. Yeah, some kind of way I just hold on, y'all, bear with me here. I think I just copied I just opened a whole new YouTube channel up.
And I thought I was bad with the tech. Come on, Rod.
Oh no, I'm better. I'm a little better than that now. I could get. It just take me a second. And the crazy part is, I worked in IT in the Navy.
Oh, you were in the Navy. Look at you. Salute, salute, sir.
Yeah, I did. I retired 20 years and 26 days. Uh, what's tomorrow? Thursday,
Thursday. Mhm.
August 15th. Y'all bear with me. I'm just putting all the info in here. August 15th at 7 p.m. Central.
I think I'm going to do these 7 rules of life for one of my Sip and Chat podcasts. I really do love these.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
should. I would keep doing that.
Yeah, they're really good. I love them.
There it is. There's a link tomorrow. We will be talking about YouTube analytics. Uh, I'm going to discuss what I know. I'm not a YouTube analytic expert, but I'll tell you and I'll show y'all what I look at. Hey, give me one sec, bro. Let me call you right back. All right. Phone stay ringing, man. But um, I'll share what I know about it and how people can use the analytics to grow. Do I live in the YouTube analytics? No. But do I look at them every day? Yes. But
Mhm.
do I live in them? No. But it's important because there's certain things in there you want to see to know how your channel is thriving or not thriving. So, Charlene, you got anything you want to tell the people before we get out of here?
Not really. Just want to say thank you to everyone that came through. I hope you got something out of this, even if it was just a laugh. Laughter is good for the soul, and just take whatever resonates with you and apply it to your life. Remember, your wellness is paramount every step of the way. Do not forsake your wellness for material gains or anything like that. Everything that you desire is going to come to you eventually. Just be patient with the process. Appreciate where you are in every given point of your life because it's all there to help create who you need to become for this journey. So don't distress or distraught over anything that might not be looking the way you think it should be looking right now. Because some of us feel like, oh, I'm not where I need to be. I'm this age or that age, and I didn't accomplish this or accomplish that. Okay, take a step back, analyze yourself, see what's going on, see what you need to tweak or what you need to change. But remember to be grateful for where you are, be grateful for your experience, and begin to show gratitude for the things that you will love in your life and really feel it and vibe it and be true to your soul. Namaste and abundant blessings. Thank you so much, Rod.
Y'all, you're more than welcome, Charlie. It's hard to come behind that. My closing remarks is once again, tonight we witnessed greatness, YouTube greatness. A sister that is not only a life coach, a wellness coach, an entrepreneur, a mother, a wife. And it is an honor to be surrounded by so many talented people. And it takes a little time for me to bring each one of them up to the table. I have to do my research, I have to get the questions together. I want to thank Charlene from the bottom of my heart for being here. Event yours, say enjoyed it, saying good night. Make sure y'all check out not only Charlene Hill, which is one of her channels, but Conscious Business Service and Opportunities. That's her other channel. Uh, and I will put those in the. Let me see real quick here. Um, I'm gonna try to pull this up real quick, but if not, then I'll put it in the description. But yeah, I'll put it in the description. It'll be easier for me to do that. It'll be easier for me to do that. And with that being said, man, we out of here. Charlene, are we gonna work on tomorrow's thing, or you want to do it tomorrow, or
No, let's do it now.
okay, all right. Well, much love, y'all. Do me a favor. If you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. Make sure you select all so you don't miss out on future content. Get a video a thumbs up. Share this video out. Doing all these steps will help this get pushed out to people that may be looking for information like this. And as I end each and every video or live stream, shoot for the moon. If you don't make it, you'll be amongst the stars. I can guarantee you. I will be coming at you soon, dropping more heat, dropping more fire, dropping more knowledge, and bringing you the best of the best of the best on and off YouTube. And until the next time, much love, y'all. Peace. We out of here.